Hi everyone, welcome back to AtOnePilates. Today we are going to have a stretching session. So the entire session will be about stretching. They're all exercises or stretches that we've used before in class. Obviously, normally we will do a lot of intermittent stretching throughout class, but today I've linked them all together and we will hold each one to get the maximum stretch we can manage. Obviously, everybody feels slightly differently about stretching. Different muscles stretch better in some people than others, so don't worry if you don't manage to do a massive stretch. It's not the end of the world. Just take it to where it feels that you are doing the stretch without it being too painful, obviously. Hold it for a little while. Then quite often we'll push it a little bit further after we've held it for a little while to see if we can get a little bit more out of it. But do as much as you feel able to do. And of course, the session can be used as a whole, or you can, if you like, just dip in and out particular stretches as and when you feel you need them. So to begin with, we are going into a child pose position. So starting with our feet together and our knees towards the edge of the mat, we'll begin in the basic child pose that you know very well by bringing our body weight down between our legs, lowering ourselves all the way to the mat if you can manage. Pop your forehead on the mat and reach your fingertips as far away as you can manage. Relax your shoulders and the upper body. If that is too low for you, you can't get all the way down, feel free to just pop one hand on top of the other and rest your forehead on your hands, but obviously making sure that you've still got those shoulders nicely relaxed. So just hold that position for a few seconds. And from there, we will take the hands off the mat, going over to one side, bringing your body weight down over your leg, reaching your fingertips away as far as you can. And then once you've gone as far as you can, take the set that's nearest the mat and just walk them in a little bit further if you can, getting stretched down that side of the body. Come across the mat, we'll do the same on the other side. So body weight down over the leg, fingertips reaching off the mat on that side, all reaching away as far as you can, and then the set that's nearest the mat walks a little bit further just to get that extra stretch down that side of the body. Super, bring it back through to the centre and finish back in the centre. Lovely. Bring your knees together and we're going to do a little bit of stretching through the feet. I know some people prefer one half of this to the other, some people prefer the other half, and some people don't like it at all. But anyway, we'll try a little bit of those feet stretches. So if you put your feet flat on the floor, the tops of your feet flat on the floor, and just sit back on your heels so that your weight is pushing down through your feet. And then we can change that, come up, turn the toes under, curling your toes under, and sit back on your heels in that position. Again, this time you're curling through the toes to get them nice and flexed. Come up and go back down onto your flat feet. So just do a few of these. Try not to just do the one that you find easiest. I appreciate some people don't like both positions. Just do it one more time in each position. Up onto your toes, sit back on those heels. And then feet flat on the floor and sit back on the heels. Well done. Lovely. Coming up onto your knees, we will take our one leg nice and far forward down your mat. Big lunge position with that leg. Take the weight of your hips rather forward towards that front leg so that you get a right angle effectively at the knee. Your knee is directly above your ankle. And with those hips forward, the back leg as straight as you can manage, float both arms towards the ceiling and behind the line of your body so you get that extension through the back and that slightly greater stretch into your hip flexor on the back leg. Bring your arms down, pop them on the floor to the inside of your foot, and then drop the knee of that bent leg out to the side as you roll, if you like, onto the side of your foot, taking that leg out to the side as far as you can. Getting a stretch on the inner thigh towards the groin area. Lovely. Float the knee back above your ankle, so your foot's flat on the floor, and take the hand that's nearest the foot towards the ceiling, turning to look towards it, getting a little stretch through your obliques as you twist towards the ceiling. Lovely. Float it back to the floor. Walk both hands back towards your back knee as you straighten your front leg. Once you've got there, flex the foot on that front leg to get that extra stretch down the back of that straight leg. If that's enough for you, then that's fine. Keep the body fairly upright. If you feel you could get a bit more of a stretch out of that straight leg, keep the foot flexed, pop your hands on your thigh, and leaning forward from the hips, stick your pelvis out, stick your tailbone out, all right, tilting the pelvis slightly forward so that you get that extra stretch down the back of the leg. As I say, you don't have to do that, but if the upright position is enough of a stretch for you. Super. Bring that knee underneath. And then we'll take the other leg. Nice. Big lunge forward. Bring the hips towards the front leg so you get a nice 90-degree angle at the knee with the knee directly above your ankle. And then when you're ready, float both arms towards the ceiling, behind the line of the body to get your back extension. Float the arms back down, pop the hands to the inside of your foot. And then you can start to drop the knee on that bent leg out to the side as you roll onto the side of the foot, taking the weight onto your hands. Get that inner thigh stretch. Roll the foot flat again. And then take the hand that's nearest the foot towards the ceiling as you turn to look towards it. Lovely. Bring that foot down, hand down towards the mat. Walking both hands back towards your back knee, straighten your front leg, flex your front foot. And if you want a little bit more of a stretch still down the back of that straight leg, pivot from the hip, sticking your tailbone out. Keeping the back straight as you pivot from the hip. Lovely. Bring the knee underneath. And we'll take it into a cat stretch. So another very familiar stretch that we do all the time in class. Feet and knees sort of hip distance apart, hands directly below shoulders, knees directly below hips. Wiggle the pelvis around, find a neutral spine. Soften the elbows a little. And then you can tilt the pelvis under as you slowly arch the back. Drop your head down. Relax your shoulders so your shoulder blades go out a little to the side. Hold that position, feeling the stretch all the way down the back and from shoulder to shoulder. And then we can reverse that, lifting the head, looking forward, slowly coming down with the spine, sticking the tailbone out, pushing the shoulder blades down the back. into your back extension. Let's do that one more time in each direction. So tuck the tailbone under, round the back, relax your shoulders, drop your head. Then lift your head, come down the spine, tipping your tailbone out to get that back extension. Super. So then we'll go into a wrist stretch. Again, not to everybody's liking, but we'll give it a go. Take your fingertips on one hand and rotate them round the outside. Don't go towards the other hand with them. Go around the outside towards the edge of your mat, as far around as you can, ideally, so you get to the point where your fingertips are pointing towards your knees. Do that with one hand, then with the other, and feel that stretch down the front of your wrists, okay? If that's not sufficient a stretch for you, slowly start to lean back with your bottom towards your heels. Don't go too quickly, take it slowly, and just feel the increase in stretch down the front of the wrists. Okay, hold it for as long as you feel able. If you don't like it, you can always skip it. Lovely. Let's take that back the right way and just sit back on your heels and loosen off a little through the wrists. Lovely. From here, we are going to slide ourselves, going to walk our hands a little bit further forward and take ourselves into a plank. Okay, so similar setup to that we've just had, but this time your hands will come further forward, your shoulders will come above your wrists again, curl your toes under and take yourself into a full plank position. If you don't like that, you can go down onto your elbows and do an elbow plank, but ideally you're in a full plank position. Make sure your bottom's in line, you've not dropped your bottom all the way down to the floor. You're going in line right from the top of your head to the back of your heels. And in this position, just rock gently forward towards your toes and then push gently back towards your heels. So you're moving forward and back, stretching a little down the back of the legs as you push back. So your heels push away. Okay, and you can do that with both feet on the floor. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you can do it with one foot off the floor. Don't lift the leg entirely, just lift the foot off the floor and keep rocking back and forward on the other foot. Do a few on one foot, position that foot back on the floor, just lift the other foot, and again push back a little, through the heel, just on the one foot. You can stick with two if you prefer. Lovely. Finish the one you're doing and then take your bottom towards the ceiling. Bring your body weight down between your arms. Stick your tailbone out. Push the heels towards the floor but not quite onto it. And get your dog down. Come back down into your plank position. Hold it for a few more seconds. And then drop onto one elbow and then the other. And slowly lower your body down onto the mat in that elbow position. Lovely. So we'll do a little back extension here. Lifting yourself out of your shoulders. Pushing down through your elbows. Just look a little bit forward and start to feel the back extension. The important thing here is to keep the pelvis on the floor. You're not lifting so far that you're lifting the pelvis off the mat. You're pushing down through the elbows, relaxing your shoulders, and getting that lovely back extension. Again, don't worry if you don't go as far as you feel you should, or as far as I'm going. Everybody's got a different range of movement. So just go as far as it feels comfortable, or till you feel you're getting that little bit of a stretch. Now, keeping that upper body position, we're going to take it into a little bit of a quad stretch, bending one knee, bring it in towards your bottom, do a little flick, so you bring your heel in towards your bottom, and then point again and bring it in again. Lower that foot down. I'll do it on the other leg. Bring it in with a point, flex and kick, in and down. If you don't, once you've got the movement, you can just sort of take it into a little routine, alternating from one leg to the other. Keep lifted out of the shoulders at the same time. It's quite difficult to remember both. Try to push up through your elbows, lift out of the shoulders at the same time as alternating your little flick. If you find the alternating part difficult, you can just do one or the other, or alternate, do a few points, and then on the next go do a few flexes. Okay? If you can manage to do it within the one move, even better. A couple more. Lovely. Okay. Put one hand on top of the other. Rest your forehead on your hand, and we'll take that into another quad stretch, but this time the static quad stretch. So keeping one hand under your forehead, grab your ankle on the other hand, on the other leg with the other hand. Keep the knees together, hold the ankle, and then push the pubic bone into the mat. So it's not all about pulling the ankle towards your buttock as much as you can. That might put too much pressure through your knee joint. So just get a good grip and then push the pubic bone into the mat. Keep the upper body relaxed. Lovely. Change hands, do the same on the other leg. Grab the ankle. You'll get a little bit of a stretch, but relax the upper body, and when you're ready, push that pubic bone into the mat, and you'll feel more of a stretch through that quad. Super. Float that leg down, and we're then going to take both hands and position them on the small of the back. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of a shoulder stretch here. Start, you can either interlink the fingers or just lie one hand on top of the other if you prefer, and just start by relaxing your arms as much as possible towards the floor. Keep your head relaxed. You may be able to get your elbow all the way to the floor, you may not, that will depend on your range of movement, but just relax as much as you can, keeping the hands in the small of the back. Now from here, if you haven't interlinked your fingers, you might find it easier to do so. Just start to extend your arms down towards your feet, lengthening through the arms and perhaps lifting them a little as well. So you're going to stretch into your shoulders here, lifting the arm. Now you can also do a little bit of an upper body lift as well, just as we would in a swan dive. Keep the tuck to the chin, just as, again, as we would in the swan dive. As you lift and extend the arms, lift the upper body a little off the mat. You'll feel that stretch into the upper back and into the shoulders. When you're ready, go again. Breathe in as you come down, and out as you lift again. Now we can add a little bit more to this. Remember, you don't have to lift the upper body if you don't like that. But if you are lifting the upper body, you can do a little bit of a head turn. So as you lift and extend the arms, turn your head in one direction and then lower the head down on that side. Next time you go, Lift and extend and turn the other direction and lower down. Lift and extend and lower. Alternating the side that you turn to. Once more to each side. Lovely. Release your hands and relax them down by your side. So your palms are facing the ceiling. We're going to point our toes towards each other. Drop your heels out. Relax your lower limbs. And we'll take this into the arrow. So, just as we do when we do the arrow in class, you'll float, you'll roll your imaginary marble away, you'll float head, neck and shoulders off the mat. As you do, lift the arms, quarter turn of the hands so that your palms face your thighs, reach your fingertips down towards your toes. Keep looking at the mat, keep that tucked to the chin, and relax it down. In breath, lower limbs relaxed, core engaged. Imagine your marble, roll it away, lift head, neck and shoulders and arms, quarter turn of the hands, reach fingertips away, and relax it back down. Just give me a couple more of those. Lovely. Finish the one you're doing, and we will then come up into a side seated position. So your knees both pointing in the same direction, staggered in that zigzag sit position, ready for some side moves. So we'll start with our probably most common side stretch, which is our mermaid stretch. So with your zigzag sit position, you're going to pop the elbow of one arm, the front of the same arm as the front leg, just by the leg, pop the elbow onto the floor, lean over with your top arm till it becomes parallel to the floor, reach your fingertips away, but at the same time push that top hip down towards the floor. So you're trying to keep your buttock of that back leg on the floor, okay? Reach away, get stretched down the side. You can then turn to face the mat, reach your fingertips a little lower and a little further away. Slightly different stretch. Then pop the hands, both hands, on that side of you, so that they're at right angle, if you like, to the body when it's facing forward. And we'll just take it into some side push-ups, so you're working the upper body, but we're going to extend the back leg up and behind. So as you lower the body towards the mat, you lift and extend your back leg up and behind. Take it behind the line of the body. It's not over here in front of you. It's behind the line of the body, so you're getting that stretch into your hip flexor. And then push up as you come down with the leg. So a few of these, up and behind. Get the stretch, and then lower the leg down as you push up through the arms. Keep going with a few more. Lovely. Final two. And again, if you don't like the leg stretch on this, you can always just do the side push up. That's fine. Finish that last one, and we'll just swing the legs over to the other side. So you're in a zigzag position, seated the other way. And again, we'll start with the mermaid stretch. So the other elbow goes onto the floor. You lean over with the top arm, reaching your fingertips away parallel to the floor as you push that top hip towards the mat, keeping the buttock on the mat. And then turn to face the mat, reach our fingertips further away. Lovely, pop one hand and then the other on the mat in that side push-up position. And lower your body weight down towards the mat as you lift and lengthen through the back leg, pushing it behind the line of the body. And back up. And go again. You've got a bit of a thunderstorm on its way, so I hope it's not interfering too much with the sound. Just a couple more. Lovely, wonderful. Take one leg out in one direction, the other one in a V-sit. And remember with this sit position, it's the straight back that's important, okay? So if that means your legs are a little bit bent, that's fine. If you find it easy sitting on a cushion, you could try that as well. Anything that will help you get that back nice and straight, so right up on your sit bones. Relax your upper body. Legs out as far as you can manage. If that's, only to that position, that's fine. Just go as far as you can comfortably go in that nice straight back position. We're going to float our arms out to the side, no higher than shoulder height, and just do a few twists. One side, then the other. First side, and second. Lovely. Go back to the first side. Drop the back hand onto the floor. And then take the front hand, cross it across you, and pop it on the outside of your hip. And using your hands, slowly twist your body a little bit more in that direction. So again, you're not overdoing it, but you're just taking it that little bit further than you naturally can go. Slide the front hand down the outside of your leg towards your toes. Reach out through your fingertips and then lift your back arm and reach out through those fingertips as well. Come as low as you can over that leg. Super. Come back up. We'll do the same to the other side. So float the arms out, twist the other way, drop the back hand to the floor. Take the front hand, cross it over to the outside of your thigh, and just use the hands to slightly twist you a little further in that direction. Slide your fingertips down the outside of the leg towards your toe. Arm, long back of the fingertips. That knee as low as you can manage. Turn to the straight leg. Slowly move it. Up. take that leg out straight, bend the other leg into it again. Bend it's high up your thigh as you can manage. If it's only down here, it doesn't matter. Just the important thing is to keep the knee as far out to the side and the body as upright as possible. Okay, so wherever you can manage down that leg, keeping that knee as low to the floor as you can, turn towards the other straight leg, slide your body weight down towards your toes. And again, don't worry if you don't come very far, just go as far as you can. You should be feeling a stretch through the inner thigh. Slowly come back up to sitting. Straighten both legs out in front of you. Let's start with a little bit of a hamstring stretch in this position. So flexing your feet, lean up and over towards your feet, bringing your body weight down over those straight legs. Walk yourself back into a seated position. Take one leg, bend the leg, pop the foot on the opposite side of the opposite thigh. Use your opposite elbow to pull that knee into your chest, and then take your spare arm and float it around behind you, twisting towards that back arm. So you're pulling in with the knee into the chest, at the same time as keeping a straight back and twisting around towards the back. Let's go onto the other side, straighten that leg out, bend the other leg in, pop it on the opposite side of the thigh. Use the opposite elbow to pull the knee into your chest and rotate around towards, so you're turning towards your knee, the other arm goes behind you. Sit tall, pull the knee in. Come back round to the front and just relax. We'll take it into a seated position just for a few final deep breaths. And we'll leave it there, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a little bit different doing all stretches. As I say, you don't need to do it all in one go if you just want to dip in and out of it. But sometimes after a heavy gardening session or a long walk, it might be nice to do a little stretch session. Hope you heard all of what I was saying when the thunder, or lightning, not lightning, rain came. But if not, let me know and I'll let you know what you should have been doing at that point. But hopefully it was fairly self-explanatory. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.